Hi guys, it's Cassanova and Alphaborn.
Yeah. Today we're doing a Star Wars Day, a May the 4th unboxing video. Oh, I recently got a bunch of them for pretty much dirt cheap at a lot of conventions. Some of which I did manage to find in stores, some of which I had to go through and look for. Funny enough, the prices have actually been dropping. I have quite a few here that normally would have costed a lot of money. Hey. Technically, out of all the ones that I've gotten, these three normally would be the most expensive of the lot. But here we have Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi, Hunter from the Bad Batch, along with Crosshair, or Clone Force 99 version. These ones normally go for a lot of money, but in recent years, I've noticed something odd happening when it comes to Disney products. They're dropping in price. It's pretty unusual. Nothing too major, but still, it does question what it holds for the future of the Black Series line. And do you have any concerns in this?
Honestly, on most occasions, having figures that are actually lower in price is a good thing, especially in today's economy.
But you also have to worry about if toy sales drop due to price as well, that they stop selling them. Anyways, happy May the 4th, everyone.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah. Cassanova used to not be super big on it, but now she actually is.
Yep, I'm a Star Wars fan now, guys. I'm officially in the Star Wars club.
The real question is, which side do you support? Art, the Republic or the Empire?
Oh, definitely the Republic for sure.
Well, I gotta say, yeah. Honestly, Clone Troopers got the worst deal out of it all. And I know the original films didn't cover for it that, oh, well, they were just dime a dozen soldiers willing to kill. But Clone Wars changed that, guys. Anyways, where do you think we should start off with? We got a nice little handful here. I got 3 figures of the Bad Batch. What do you think, Cass?
I'm thinking we should start with the Black Series figures.
Well, we are talking Black Series. These are all basically Black Series.
I'm thinking the Clone Trooper.
Jet Trooper?
Yeah.
So starting off, guys, we have a Gaming Greats. It's Star Wars Battlefront 2. Oh, Jet Trooper. These I actually like since they're technically part of the 501st line. And nice little figure. And you didn't see Jet Troopers very often. In fact, in the Clone Trooper series, these guys were only featured towards, I think, the end of the Clone Wars. Which is kind of sad due to how they were established. I'd like to see an ARC Trooper with a jetpack, you know?
Right? That would be awesome.
Just practically be like a Clone Trooper version of Jango Fett. Just... I could just totally see Captain Rex just flying on through. It's like, hey Rex, you sure you don't take after our father? And it's like, yeah, I'm bald. He wasn't. Alright. Anyways, got my little tiny knife. And yeah, I'm gonna say it. The size does not matter. It's how you use it. Alright, let's free this trooper from his cryo sleep. But yeah, a lot of the figures have been being sold with the old style in mind. They are not really doing the whole non-plastic boxing, since a lot of people have hated it. For the fact that they can't tell what figure is inside the box. And you know how it is. People could easily be sneaky about it. They could steal stuff out of it and then replace it with whatever, you know?
Right? That's why I'm actually glad that we can actually see inside the box.
I mean, this Jet Trooper could easily be replaced with another figure.
You could easily replace his head and people wouldn't notice.
Or you can replace the entire figure with something from a whole other line. Or the box could be empty when you open it.
Or they could just
How devastating is that? You pay $50 for, say, this guy, and guess what? He's not even in there.
They could also just put a clone trooper in place of a jet trooper.
That's if they're generous. I'm saying if they want to be downright despicable, they could easily go without.
True.
Alright. Plastic. Gotta hate how it slides everywhere. Alright. Gotta give this guy a little flexibility stretch. Unfortunately, no, this is not one of those types of figures that has a head mold underneath the helmet.
I thought it actually would this time around, but it doesn't.
No, the Jet Troopers were only made for like one line. Unfortunately, this guy does not have a holster, so if you're wanting him to use other blasters, you need to make sure you don't lose this little DC-17, I believe it is.
I'm also currently playing Star Wars Outlaws while I'm on my free time.
Ironically enough, you're going to laugh over this, but this jetpack's actually designed. I could switch this and put this on a Mandalorian figure.
Now that is pretty funny.
Yeah, because it's got the little back pegs, and then it's got this hole here where this thing fits into. Not much to this figure, which I know most people would say, well, that's not that good. It doesn't have that many accessories. Well, you're paying for the aesthetics of this guy. Which, once I get his blaster in hand, and so he's ready for combat, I'll put him right up near the camera. Also, if the video does seem odd, we're recording on a different device than what we used to. Oh, we used to use Cassanova's iPad, but she handed that over to another family member, in which case this is on her phone. So, if the quality's good, let us know. If audio's off, also let us know. We are trying to work with what we can.
At this point, I'm shooting this on a 14 Pro Max.
Okay. Alright, gonna bring the figure up to the camera. As you can see, he's got some nice detailing. Obviously, he's a Phase 2 clone trooper. Jetpack sits pretty well on his back. He's got paint marks. Obviously, I'd say this guy could be considered a part of the 501st. Pretty easily. Let's just make sure his feet and all that are good. Gotta make sure he can stand first off, since he's gonna be going on the one thing at home. His one foot's acting up a little. Gotta give it a stretch. I always hate when I have to do that.
I just don't like the noise, actually.
What, the popping?
Yeah, it doesn't sound good to me.
Well, it's because the joints are a little stiff. I mean, these have been sitting in packaging for a couple of months now.
True.
Okay. Hey. Figure's all set. He's standing. He's capable of standing, which is nice. Even with the jetpack on him. Also, if you don't want the jetpack, you could easily take the jetpack off his back. No need to keep it on there.
I'm surprised you can't swap his head.
Well, a lot of them are designed like that, where the more focus is on the helmet details. Alright. Okay, so what do you think? We got a loose bag, this one, that one.
I'm up for opening this up.
Okay, well this one's actually pretty easy. So we also have a loose bag I got here for about $23. I asked the guy running in the booth to be be safe because I don't really trust loose bags that much since I bought a loose bag Darth Maul, which I forgot completely about. My bad, guys. I just remembered I had one of those, but it was sitting with the rest of the stuff.
And speaking of Comic-Con...
But he was missing his spare head. You wanted to say something?
I was going to say, and speaking of Comic-Cons, we got Motor City Comic-Con later this month, so we'll probably be there.
We'll have to wait and see since the road's going to be under construction, so it depends upon what time constraints will be, how bad the traffic is, etc.
There's a way to get there where you don't have to take too long to get there.
Well, it depends since there's going to be a lot of people going, so we're just going to have to wait and see, okay?
Yeah.
Anyways, like I was saying, my issue with loose bags is the fact that at any point in time, some guy could just easily take whatever figure they want, and it's like, okay, say for example, I was to sell this Jet Trooper. I could just easily take off the jetpack, remove his blaster, slick him right into the plastic sleeve, and you know what? You're suddenly going to be left trying to pay for a figure that's not... doesn't have all their accessories. I was originally going to get a Hunter figure that was like that, but he was missing the knife. Which, honestly, it's like, really? You're going to steal a Hunter figure's knife just to be that guy. Anyways, we got a B1 battle droid. I'm pretty sure this guy he's known as the heavy battle droid. He's from the Battlefront line as well. I have another one of these guys that I have shown off in another video before. It was the standard beige B1. I am looking to get a B2 eventually, since those are always nice. And the Black Series line finally has one. So just gotta work his joints, make sure he's not gonna fall over or something, because these guys are not the most stable when it comes to standing. Some people even question how were they even able to stand when they were put in the films and such. Well, they basically put them on special things. Not sure if this guy's legs got slightly bent because he was buried under a bunch of stuff. Obviously, like most of the other ones, they got the backpack with the retractable things. Of course, they come with a spare back antenna if you want them to be a unit without the power pack on their back. He comes with 2 blasters, one of which I'm definitely certain this comes with him. And this, I'm pretty sure, is a first order blaster. I mean, bonus blaster, even though this does not look like something they'd use. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm not sure if his legs are just jacked out of place by accident, but
this looks good.
Yeah, I just can't really stand right now.
It looks like the droid general.
It's not a general, it's basically a heavy gunner. Basically, you'd be parked out in a position with this blaster in grip, and pretty much just laying into the enemy, just ding, 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 ding. But yeah, I think his legs are acting up. Not sure if it's because he was in a loose bag or not. This is kind of also why I don't like loose bags, since the limbs can get twisted up, you know.
Is this the gun?
Yes. I think the guy's legs are like janked. So can't really do much with him standing. I'll probably just have this guy sit and try to fix his legs at a later time. And I'm not trying to just dedicate the video only to one figure at this point. But yeah, unfortunately, he can't really stand. Okay. Yeah, so what are you thinking?
I'm up for opening up that one right there.
Clone Commander?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, we're doing the Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is technically considered a rare figure, but to me, it's like, hey, it was made to be an action figure to be played with. So yeah, violence warning in place. If you're a value toy collector who's like the equivalent of the Simpsons comic book guy, i.e. you're about to have a heart attack because I'm opening a box and playing with a plastic figure, then this is basically your warning to look away. Go elsewhere. Not much else I can really say, right? It's a toy. Alright. Disclaimer out of the way. Wow. This is actually impressive. He actually comes with a stand. Which is actually impressive, so I can actually have him stand on this thing. Okay. Here's the real tricky... Oh, I was about to say that was about to be tricky because I was trying not to bend this. So we got Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi. This figure is unique, and unfortunately they never included his helmet, even though in the Clone Wars series, the 2001 I believe it was, they gave him a clone trooper helmet, so he could basically be one with the troops that he led. But he's got a nice body. Unfortunately, he's got the standard clone body from forever ago that everybody has complaints with, because oh yeah, it doesn't really bend at the waist. The joints are a certain way. But it feels good. He feels very loose. He doesn't feel like he's got any issues.
I like that they added a cape for extra flair.
Well, he is a Jedi, and Jedi technically wear cloaks and capes and such.
I thought that was actually a clone.
Honestly, most people... Okay, I'm going to probably butcher the name because I don't even remember what the actor's name was. But I'd say that this is a pretty good scale likeness of the guy from the movies that played Obi-Wan Kenobi. And unfortunately, I forget the actor's name. I know it. It's just...
Harrison Ford?
No, he played Han Solo.
I'm not too much of a big fan yet, so I forgot which one.
Han's the one that's the scruffy jerk wearing a vest.
Cool.
Obi-Wan's Mr. Hello there. So yeah, we also got this nice little stand that says Star Wars The Black Series with a little thing that I believe, yeah, the foot can fit into. So I can have him pose while he's literally holding his lightsaber, which they did do a nice scale likeness of his lightsaber, and the blade can come out, so yeah, it can attach to his belt. Ah yes, and there is the little hole here on the side where you can hook it into his thing. If I can right off the bat, I'm not sure. I just don't want to take too much time doing this. But basically, that's the general idea. Not sure if everyone can see that, but basically, you can hook his lightsaber to there, so you can basically pose him like he's about to get ready for battle, but not ready to pull out his lightsaber. And then, of course...
That looks hard to get in there.
Why?
Putting the lightsaber in there, I mean.
You mean the blade part?
Yeah.
Actually, it isn't.
Then again, I can't see anyway, so...
Yeah, well, I'll show you in a moment, alright? So yeah, it fits really well in his hand. So here we have him ready for combat. Anyway, since Cass has sight issues and wants to see, this is basically how it works. So, you see this little tiny bit on there, right?
Yep.
And you see how this has a hole?
Yeah.
What you do is you simply line it up,
Oh, I see.
give a little push. See?
Oh.
Now, if you were to do, say, grab a hold of that, give it a tiny tug, you pull out the blade. And these are two separate units. See?
Wow.
Yeah, and it barely requires much effort to put his shit back in. The only thing to remember when you're collecting these kind of figures is the lightsaber blade you have to store where it's not going to get bent up, otherwise you'll end up with it like flipping out to the side or anything, and nobody wants a floppy lightsaber blade.
Right.
This ain't this ain't literally the sword, or it's from Spaceballs. Even though I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan would outdo them all in the power of the swords. Okay, so yeah. We stick his foot in there. Give him a little bit of a pose, if possible. And voila, guys. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi ready for a display of combat. Plus, the cape is soft fabric, which is pretty nice. His head is a pretty nice sculpt. If you want to take a look at this yourself, Cass, you can. Let me just make sure he can stand and just fine.
This is cool.
Yeah,
Ooh.
just watch with the lightsaber. It's a little on the loose side.
Okay.
Can't get a firm grip on his hand thing, but
I also love the cape on this guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was a villain, actually.
He's not a villain. Technically, he's wearing clone trooper armor, okay, so many people don't realize this, or at least they only saw bits and pieces in the Clone Wars. It was this way to show that the Jedi generals working alongside the clones basically viewed them as brothers, you know?
Right.
Oh, it's kind of, I'd say the clone army and how they were set up was basically to dictate how militaries around the world work. Like, to show that you're part of the group, you maybe wear their colors, use their weapons, and etc., you know?
Right.
And I think in this Clone Wars series that we are familiar with, the newer one, I believe they were planning to have him wear that armor, but technically it would make no sense since the armor is designed to protect, but it wasn't designed really for Jedi in mind. Hence why they only wore bits and pieces, like Obi-Wan wore the arms and legs of clone armor. Okay. Hey, shall we do a classic now?
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, next we're doing a $28 Chewbacca figure, and this is the original version. And this is the 40th anniversary, and this is based around the Kenner toy. Which, yes, Kenner started the whole Star Wars figure craze. So yeah, in case anybody wasn't aware, yeah, show love for Kenner. Ironically enough, the figure's packaging was already slightly open, but the figure is still securely inside and doesn't seem to have suffered any damage. So, yeah. This is actually a rare moment where you can find these. The fact is, I'm just not going to bother having it be a collector figure since, unless this was an original, and I mean a very original Kenner, it's not worth it, you know? Okay, we got some of these rubber bands. Okay. Alright. Got that. Grab out the front part of his crossbow. Oh. Funny enough thing, people still question how the Wookiee crossbow fully works, since it's basically a crossbow that shoots blaster rounds. I mean, it's deadly, it's accurate, and honestly, you don't want to be on the receiving end of it. Because in most video games, they literally put Chewbacca's weapon as very powerful. So obviously, we got Chewbacca here, a nice sculpt version. I did want to get this version along with the one from the Solo movie where he has goggles, since I figured that one looks nice. This one actually has a very nice feel to it. It's not super difficult to pose and move. I mean, his torso is a little on the rigid side, but we don't really see Chewbacca really bending and doing much, do we?
Right.
As for standing, guy stands pretty well. Then again, who wouldn't stand well when you got literally Sasquatch's feet?
Right.
Seriously, these guys might as well be space Sasquatches. Okay, let's see. Hands are definitely a little on the rigid side, so yeah. It's just gonna take a little doing to get it together. And looks like the scope could come off. So you can have them be tactical or non-tactical, which is good, I guess. Just trying to fit this damn thing on there. Okay. Hopefully that's on the right side, because it's hard to tell with, because it's a crossbow piece. Anyways, might as well show off. We got that right there, a nice sculpt of his head. Nice little thing, deep in-sunk eyes, but I mean, look at that face. That's a face that says, I want to be your friend. I don't want to rip your arms off unless you literally make me mad. In which case, get greedy to farewell the arms. He's also got a nice little shoulder bag, which we can also take off, but it's also part to his bandolier system. But why would you even get rid of that?
Right.
I mean, you take that off, you might as well just be another Wookiee. Yeah, it's gonna take me a moment. I'm gonna pry his hand open. Honestly, in the film, he never really wants to let go of this thing, and yet here, or in toy form, it's practically like, might as well be stating, why are you putting this in my hand? I don't want my crossbow.
This reminds me of Daryl's crossbow on The Walking Dead.
Well, this is called a caster bolt, basically.
I know it is different, though.
Well, yeah, you also don't want to get shot by this thing. Unlike Daryl's. You might survive Daryl's. This, you're just gonna get hurt.
Dang, this is cool.
Yeah. Got nice posability. Even got joints down the feet.
This is good.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the quality of this. This is actually good.
They should make more figures like this.
Yeah.
Was the holster connected?
There is no holster. It just carries it.
Oh, it's a bag.
Yeah, this is his bandolier / bag, and the best way to get it is there's this little crook up in the neck area. You can see it with the fur.
Right.
You just push this up and then jam it in there. Now it's stuck at his side. I guess it's like if you want to play it off like he just literally got captured by stormtroopers, and it's like, yeah, I'm not taking any chances. We're taking your crossbow, and we're taking your bag. Who knows what you got in there? You could have Wookiee detonation bombs. You could have Wookiee dung bombs in there, son. I mean, stormtroopers think anything. Alright. Okay, we got at least 2 more figures. Then we got something special we'll do. Well, 3 more figures after, but alright, about to do this next one. Okay, what do you think? do this one.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, we have the Omega figure from Camino. This is the child, basically, version. The secondary version is, some might refer to as the teenage one because she looks older, right?
Right.
But yeah, for anybody that has not watched the Bad Batch series, Omega is the only female clone to exist. She was not even made to be a soldier, she was made to be an assistant to Nala Se on Tapoka City. Basically, she's an unaltered clone similar to Jango Fett. Oh, Jango Fett's son, Bulba. But she basically falls in love with the Bad Batch because the fact that they're unique, they're special, they're not like the other clones, and she gets along with them. And honestly, I think that she is a pretty unique character that pretty much shows that how much the clones are more family than just brothers, you know? Oh yeah, we hear clones say, we will die for our brothers. But it's like, how much is your family value to each other? Okay. But yeah, this is technically the shortest figure I've ever had in my collection at this point, so yeah, this is a first. I mean, I wanted to get a Jawa, but seriously, I wasn't gonna pay $45 for a little Jawa. $45, I could get like 2 regular clone troopers. I mean, hell, if I really wanted to waste money on a short figure, I'd get a gunk droid. Okay, got that taken out. Gotta slowly peel her out along with her gear. Alright. Okay, I'll just set some of this stuff off to the side. Oh yeah, in case anybody did the information from the figure. And yeah, sorry, I'm not really doing the boxes this time around since I'm trying not to do too long with the time. But yeah, born and confined to the cloning facility on Camino, young Omega serves as an assistant to Chief Medical Scientist Nala Se. Offered an opportunity to escape, Omega joins the Bad Batch on their adventures. So we have this nice little figure of Omega. Honestly, it's like super small. Oh, like if you guys want a comparison, here's my hand, here's the figure. This is basically super small, and this is practically the slimmest small figure I think they've made. I normally only go for certain unique ones. I got Omega because, well, I saw one on sale and I figured it'd be a good add-on to my Bad Batch collection. She's got all the basic joints. It's foot swivel, ankle joints. The ankle joints are a little on the stingy side when it comes to movements. Has a ball joint in the center. For accessories, he comes with the energy bow.
Cool. I wasn't sure if she would have came with some accessories.
Then there's I forget the name of the creature, but basically it became a pet that she got to keep. Just that weird parrot-like creature. She also comes with I'm thinking it's a respirationary mask. But yeah, it actually does fit into place. Just has to require a little popping in. And apparently the bow's got a bit of disassembly capability, I guess. Just trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah, I'll just focus on that later. Anyways, figure's not too bad. Did not charge me too much for it, and I'd say it's pretty worth it.
I like this one the best, actually.
What, the Omega?
Yeah. I love her costume, too.
Well, it's not a costume. It's basically a standard clone cadet uniform. It's what all the juvenile clones wear when they're in their early age of developing into soldiers. Hers, I believe, is more in of a medical officer's variant. Okay, so saving the best for last, we got the two rarest members of Clone Force 99. I'm just gonna move some of this stuff out of the way since we were running out of room a little. Oh, yeah, Cassanova also wanted to show off something she got. Has a nice little collector item that she got a while ago for Star Wars Day. She got an R2-D2 Pez dispenser. There. Yeah, it's even got Darth Maul featured on there, which is pretty nice. A lot of people I know aren't fans of Pez's since they taste chalky to some people.
And I forgot the person's name who actually gave this to me, but if they're watching, thank you for the gift. I really appreciate it.
Also, major birthday shout out to a friend of mine over on Discord, or by the name of Game & Watch Fan. Happy birthday, Matt. And today you are now, I think you said 30, 31. I'm just gonna do a double check real quick just to make sure. Okay, just yep, 31. Got it correct. So happy 31st birthday on Star Wars Day, bud.
Happy birthday, dude.
Yeah, welcome to adulthood. You know what they say, it's all downhill from here. I'm just playing, though. Still, happy birthday, my guy. Anyways, let's get on to the rest of these. We gotta get the rest of Clone Force 99 out.
Do we have one figure left?
Yeah, one figure left after this one. Then the special display. So, next I'm doing Crosshair. This guy was a pain in the butt trying to get. But I got lucky during a time that somebody was willing to sell one for dirt cheap. And honestly, the second I saw it, because these figures go incredibly fast, I told people, screw it, I am going to get it. Next time I see one, I don't care how much money it is. I'm not letting somebody else get it. It's because I wanted to collect the figures. And honestly, I prefer this version of him over the Empire variant. But yeah, for a little context, the Bad Batch, technically known as Clone Force 99, is the result of Kaminoan experiments to create a specialist unit of clone commandos. Crosshair is the team sniper, whose sharp vision gives him superior accuracy, and as a result, an air of superiority. In other words, because he can hit the broadside of a barn and a starship at the same time, plus an entire battalion of battle droids, suddenly, oh, I'm not just better at being a shot than you. I'm better because I am better than you. Pretty much that's him. But yeah, I've wanted to unbox this guy for a while along with Hunter, so now we actually can. It's just gonna take me a moment because of the tape. And the video may end up going a bit into some length. You okay?
Yep, I'm okay.
Yeah.
This figure looks like it has a lot of durability.
Well, I know the Clone Force 99 line was made extremely well. Hell, even his rifle is basically pretty much rubbery. Okay, that's all of his accessories. Now let's get him out. I know I've heard some people say before the face mold for him just doesn't always look the extremely best. Personally, I don't think he's really got that bad of a face mold. I mean, what do you expect when you try to take a character who was made digitally and then try to replicate their face to a live action plastic, you know?
Right.
Sometimes you don't get that good of a figure.
This actually looks pretty well for being that figure.
Yep, just gotta work his joints. Standard procedure for any figure. Something to bear in mind and always remember, everyone. Be careful when you're unboxing figures that have been packaged away for a while. Sometimes you gotta be very gentle. Other times you can just as easily rotate and move their parts. Obviously, he does have some shortcomings. I think he only has like the basic joints, so no double joints in the knees. He's got those thick plates. Basic torso swivel. Kind of limited due to his bandolier kit on his body. Obviously, he's got some nice printing, such as he's got Clone Force 99's logo on him. He comes with a blaster pistol, a DC-17, a rifle that I don't know the designation of, but obviously he does have a weapon for when he needs to be in close range. He does also have a slaw in his arm, but I'm not really sure with that. I think I remember reading something about his rifle can actually break down. I just can't really remember. Okay, Fearful Son. Okay, it does have a joint there, but probably try not to mess with it too heavily. So obviously we can fit his rifle into his back, so yeah, he is pretty much ready. Okay. Now the only thing left to do, well, aside from make sure he can actually stand, and final thing to do is put on his helmet. Sometimes the helmets are easy to put on some of the clones, other times they require a little bit of force. I've seen people say before that, oh yeah, if you do have ones that with detachable helmets, don't really take them off, otherwise they'll start rubbing the paint off the nose, etc. I mean, I've done it before with my clone Captain Rex. It doesn't really do much. So obviously now we can lower down his visor. He can have his rifle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the barrel is supposed to actually detach. Just not sure how, since I've not... Okay, there we go. Found it. Yeah, so it has a joint that allows you to break the barrel, and then you can basically place the gun on his back, and then the barrel on his side. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to really go on, but I guess this is supposed to make it a little easier to display him without an issue. Though it does change up his whole trajectory thing of where his weight is. So yeah, here we have him. I'm fully decked out, which I honestly think this version of him looks so much better than the Empire's version. he just looks much more unique, you know?
Same here, I agree with you.
Besides, it's funny that in the show, the guys did also keep his gear, which surprised him. Because he thought, oh, you're probably going to destroy it, leave it behind, or drop it out of an airlock. Yeah. You can check that figure out if you want to.
This looks like a clone trooper.
Well, he is a clone trooper. He is a special clone trooper that was enhanced with special sight. We now have the final member of the Bad Batch, Hunter. His thing is a strong and stoic soldier with extraordinary keen sense that gives him an edge when tracking down his targets. In other words, imagine John Rambo as a clone trooper, basically. This guy I've actually also waited heavily to be able to review. I wanted to get one, but everybody and their brother, anytime I turned around, they either sold too much or anytime somebody sold for a low price, he was immediately bought up. And I was like, come on, guys, give the rest of us a chance here, you know? We get it. Some of you are doing it for the money. Some of you do actually love Clone Wars. But you kind of gotta leave some room for the rest of us, you know? Okay. Well, his gear easily came out. So funny enough about most of Clone Force 99, they do wear Clone Trooper Commando gear. Okay, Clone Commando. Oh. Alright, so we got Hunter. Give him a stretch. Honestly, I like the way how his torso feels. It's a nice loose joint, but not too heavily loose. His arms bend pretty well. He's got a dual neck joint, which is nice. The only thing people don't like is his face. Something about trying to translate his whole tattoo of a skull to the whole thing. I mean, I kind of get what people talk about. Like, Hunter's supposed to have a particular look to him, and I'd say this one it looks like you could pass for Native American.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, just based on the color.
No, I mean, like, actually look at that face.
Oh, I see what you mean, but I can't see it too well anyway.
Yeah. I mean, up to your guys' interpretation, and I get it. It's, like, you could basically pass for Native American or Hispanic. Like, somebody just like, hey, Pedro, my name is Hunter. Nah, you look like a Pedro to me. It's like, screw you guys. I'm a valuable member of the Republic. It's like, yeah, you saying that before or after they hand you your green card. But yeah, enough jokes aside. Figure's pretty nice. It's just gotta figure out where the balance is to it. Okay, pretty much there. Not sure if there's a slot for his wet rifle. I think he pretty much just more or less holds it. His knife obviously can go into the specialized sheath that we've all seen him use in the show. So, yeah, he's got his knife at the ready. And, jeez, you don't even have a pistol slot?
Really?
Yeah. I'm not even seeing where to put his commando rifle. I know somebody probably in the comments is gonna scream at me that, well, you're an idiot. You didn't know where it was supposed to go. I'm assuming. I've seen in the show that it's supposed to go on the backpack, but there's no slot for it on the backpack. He doesn't even have a hip holster. And of course, he's got his helmet, which they did replicate the color scheme pretty well. Alright. Okay, well, I'm just gonna at least give him some action-based stuff. Blaster pistol fit real well into his hand. And obviously he's got his knife, which honestly, in comparison, it seems quite small. Like, I'm surprised somebody would steal this little tiny thing.
I know, right?
It's like, buddy, if you really need a knife, just 3D print one. I'm pretty sure you could find the instructions for this online. So here we have Hunter fully decked out, ready to lead his troops.
This looks cool.
Yeah. Anyways, to add to the video, I did have something planned that I figured I would do. Since this features Clone Force 99, I figured I'd throw in a few extras from on the display to show off. Stuff that have already been previously unboxed in the past. We got Echo, Tech, Wrecker, which honestly I could actually show off Wrecker's knife in comparison. Look at that giant ass thing.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, I get he's a big guy, but still. You got a big enough knife there? You trying to compensate for something?
Is that all we have left?
Yes. I'm just basically doing a basic display with the figures to basically put together. Okay. So yeah, this is just the final bit to add. Potentially, this might end up being the thumbnail, potentially.
I considered making something for that ourselves, but I'm not good at it.
But yeah, just for some added bits. Pretty much some of their closest ally friends, and because I don't yet have a Clone Trooper 5s, and yes, I get it, this is Clone Trooper, this is our Trooper Echo. I'm kind of using it in place, but pretty much figured a nice little show-off display for the fans. And here we have it, Clone Force 99 assembled.
Is there anything more you have to say?
Anything you would like to add to this with what you've done?
If we're doing a video for Motor City Comic Con, look out for that. We have a lot of stuff planned for the year.
We also have some videos that were on backlog that will be added on. We will add descriptions to when this happened, when these videos were made. We are now up to 24 subscribers, which is nice.
So, we would like to say thank you to those that have liked and commented on our videos. If you want to catch more of us, look us up online and everything.
We would like to also receive more support from people if you can. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. All it does is help YouTube showcase our work to the rest of everybody watching on YouTube. So, you're not needed to make any payments, nothing like that. Just hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell and you'll receive news whenever we post a new video. And also, do keep comments clean in the comments section. We're looking for support, not heavy criticism. So if anybody does have advice to give that's worthwhile, we are willing to listen.
So that's the video, guys. We hope you like it.
Happy Star Wars Day, guys.
May the 4th be with you.
And may the Force be with you always.